Hey there teachers, it's Tim Topham here, and I've been recently asked by one of our members about recommendations for piano music for students who have injured a hand or an arm and can only play with one arm. So I grabbed my folder and I was going through some of the suggestions with them, and I thought we should do a video and share this more publicly. So here are some of my suggestions for students who have injured an arm. And I've got music here for both right hand and left hand alone. And there's lots. There's old music, there's new music, and let's go through some of my favorites. So firstly, I want to share with you the grand one-hand solos for piano. This is Melody Boba. We all know and love Melody's music. Each of these collections, and they're leveled as well. So you've got, this is book 2, 3, 4, 6 at the moment, and you've got pieces for both left hand alone and right hand alone in each of them. So I'm just going to choose one randomly. Here's Climbing the Cascades for the left hand. So you're going to find lots of pedal. So beautifully, I mean, all of her music is fantastic, of course. Here's a left-hand boogie stomp. And on this one, so it moves around the piano as well, which is really, really good. There's also some pieces here for accompaniment as well, so you can play along. Here's a really simple piece for the right hand alone, and we're in 6/8. Student holds the pedal down. So these are just great, such fantastic collections, and there's at least 6 books. I'm not even sure how many in total. And as I said before, there's music covering both right hand and left hand, depending on which hand your student might not be able to use. All right, now you've also got John Thompson's music for left hand alone, books 1 and 2. For method book-wise, I'm not a huge fan of John Thompson. I think there's a lot better methods out there. But for the music that he's created, I think totally fine. So here's the beautiful Blue Danube for left hand alone. Now for students that know and love classical pieces, they're going to recognize some of these and be able to play along with them. And then you've just got more pieces that aren't necessarily classics, that are just straight compositions by John Thompson. So that's a great one as well. There's Raymond Lewenthal's collection of studies, exercise and pieces for one hand. Now this is a pretty fat book, and it includes lots of black. Like there are pieces here for just about every level that you could even think about. So this one is much more advanced kind of pieces. There's even, here we go, look at this. Solfeggetto for one hand. I'm not even sure I'm gonna try it, am I? You get the idea? You know, cleverly rewritten, but something you would have to really work on the fingering for if you know the original. So yeah, this is a Gavotte in E by Johann Sebastian Bach. There's all sorts of different pieces in here, lots of studies, lots of etudes, etc. This is quite an epic book, more for your intermediate and advanced students, this one. There's Thomas Arnold Johnson's 8 little left-hand pieces, which are pretty cute. These are, you know, kind of old. You can see the book is super old. I'm not sure it'll be in print, or it may be available on IMSLP, I'm not too sure. But that's another good one. And then you've got most of the composers of today. So here's Dennis Alexander. Here's Excursions by Martha Meir. Here's Peaceful Hearts by Dennis Alexander. These are all our current modern composers who are creating music for one hand alone. This one is called Peaceful Hearts by Dennis Alexander. You know I love the music of Dennis. Hello Dennis, if you're watching. For, what's this one? For right hand alone. So we're starting down here. Sorry, forgot my flat. We've got Arioso, we've got Excursions by Martha Meir, That one's a little bit harder. Scherzino by Tingley. Oh, there's so many. Oh, Leftover Calypso for the left hand alone. We've got an Elegy for left hand alone by Dennis Alexander. Oh, this is a great one. Left's Turn Only by Robert Vandal. This one, you know, late beginner, early intermediate at the most. Students absolutely love that one. That is an absolute winner. Grab it and just have it in your studio for when anyone can't use their right hand. Robert Hartzell, New Horizon is another one. We've got Spanish Sunset as well. Oh, and then a couple more collections. I'll show you, which is Schaum left-hand solos. This is early intermediate. These are really good pieces actually, because rather than just kind of having one line and moving around and holding things with pedal, you've got the hand doing multiple things in one hand. So I'll show you here on the score if you can see that on the overhead piece. Let me have a look. So you've got the top of the right hand being the melody, and you've got to balance that underneath. Obviously, I need to do a little bit of practice on that one, but you can get the idea that there's a lot of clever arranging that's gone into some of these pieces, particularly in this collection, I think. So yeah, I've taught a number of these. Students love them. And there's also Behrens. Now, Behrens known for some fairly... Actually, he's got some great studies. I know there's this amazing C minor study I used to play when I was younger. He's also got a lot of maybe not so interesting things. And this one is he's kind of one of them. But look, if you've got a student who really wants to work out that left hand or wants to get really good, then this book is full of exercises for left hand work. And there are some pieces in there as well. But yeah, this one we're talking quite advanced, and for students that really perhaps has no ability to use their right hand and maybe won't in the future, and they really want to get good. So that's that one. Anyway, hope that was helpful. Of course, teaching students, you're always going to have students who break arms and wrists and are going to be out for a number of weeks. We don't want that to be the cause of, sorry, piano lessons are pausing, because there's heaps you can do with the other hand, and you can make the other hand really strong, particularly if they're normally right hand, stronger than their right hand, and they injure their right hand, you've got a chance to do incredible things with their left hand and make it really good. You can keep playing scales, but you can also do some of this amazing music. So I hope that was helpful. Have you got some recommendations of one-hand music that you like teaching or playing? There's a huge amount more, obviously, music out there than what I've shown you today, and a lot at the high level too. But I hope this is useful for those younger level pieces. Leave them below if you've got any questions or comments, and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody.